The windmill tactic in chess. The windmill is one of the most devastating tactics in chess, allowing a player to repeatedly attack their opponent's position through a series of forced checks and discovered checks. It often results in massive material gain or even checkmate. The windmill is sometimes referred to as a seesaw due to the back and forth movement of the opponent's king. How the windmill works. The windmill occurs when 1. A rook and a bishop, or sometimes a knight, work together to deliver alternating checks. 2. The opponent's king is forced to shuttle between two squares, unable to escape. 3. The attacking player gains material with each discovered check before delivering a final decisive blow. Famous example of the windmill. One of the most famous windmill examples comes from the game Torre vs. Lasker, Moscow, 1925. Position setup. White has a rook and a bishop in an attacking position. Black's king is confined near the edge of the board. White sacrifices a piece to force the king into a vulnerable position, setting up the windmill. The windmill in action. 1. White's rook delivers a check, forcing the king to move. 2. White's rook moves again, capturing material while simultaneously unleashing a discovered check from the bishop. 3. The sequence repeats multiple times, picking off Black's pieces one by one. 4. After collecting enough material, White delivers checkmate. This windmill combination helped Carlos Torre Repetto defeat the former world champion Emanuel Lasker, demonstrating the power of this tactic at the highest level. Why the windmill is so strong. Forced moves. The opponent has no choice but to move their king back and forth. Continuous threats. The attacking player gets multiple free moves while the king is trapped. Material gain. The attacker can capture rooks, queens, or minor pieces without opposition. Psychological impact. Defending against a windmill can be demoralizing as the defender watches their position collapse. How to set up a windmill. Control key squares. Use a bishop and rook to dominate open lines and diagonals. Restrict the opponent's king. Drive it into a corner or along the back rank. Use sacrifices if needed. Sometimes a small sacrifice, like a rook for a pawn, can force the opponent's king into a windmill trap. Calculate deeply. Ensure that your windmill sequence gains enough material to justify the attack. Common windmill patterns. 1. Rook and bishop, the most common and deadly version. The rook moves with checks while the bishop delivers discovered checks. 2. Knight and rook. A knight's unique movement can sometimes create a windmill effect with a rook. 3. Queen involvement. Occasionally, a queen can assist by covering escape squares, leading to checkmate. Final thoughts. The windmill is a rare but highly effective tactical weapon that can instantly turn a game in your favor. Learning to recognize the setup and execute it correctly can help you win games with brilliant combinations. Keep an eye out for discovered checks and forced king movement. These are the key indicators that a windmill might be possible.